Lobina changes one of the best poppers ever. Some new releases and a bunch of restocks from Lucky Craft, and the final drop of Citizen Micros this year. This is what's new this week at Hookup Tackle. Welcome back, my friends. I'm Ben with the Hookup Tackle, a Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this beautiful Sunday morning by my buddy David. Good morning, David.
Good morning, kind sir.
Sorry, I still sound like I have the bird flu that I brought back from Japan, but I'm trying to cure it with beer. Would you like to partake with me?
Absolutely, kind sir.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. I hope you had a safe and amazing Memorial Day weekend, and I hope you are starting your summer plans. Cheers to Sunday, David.
Cheers.
All right, let's see if this can heal me. The healing waters of Orion.
Oh man, that is good.
Right? Best way to start your day. It's like a protein shake in the morning. Cheers, my friends. Hope you guys are off and running to a beautiful start to summer. We got some really cool drops happening today. Before we get started, just a quick thank you guys for all the business over the last week. Memorial Day weekend is always our anniversary time too, so we had some really cool Mega Bass drops last week, some great sales, and from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you so much for the business. That leads us to just a quick logistic conversation. Anytime we run something as large as we did, it always puts us 2 or 3 days behind in pulling, so please have some patience with us. We're doing the best we can, working around the clock to get everything caught up and get you guys your orders out as quickly as possible. So thank you for your business. Thank you for your patience. Of course, you guys know you can always find me on Instagram. That's why I throw my handle up there in the beginning. So if you ever have questions or anything, you know where to get me. Now, shall we jump in?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Citizen Micros.
Oh yeah.
All right, the hottest soft plastic bait of the year, the Working Class Zero Citizen Micro. I might have over-exaggerated a little bit. It's not the last drop of the year, but it's the last drop until the end of the year. So we'll see more of these come, hopefully this fall, probably mid to late fall. So if you guys want any to get you through over the next few months, this is your chance to scoop them up. Now we have 4 colors dropping today, 1 repeat color, which is a great one. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for bluegill patterns, right? And obviously some of the darker colors are designed to imitate bluegill patterns, but I'm listening, and Mike's listening, we're hearing you. And we'll work on broadening some interesting color patterns. But 1 return that's a great bluegill panfish imitation, and then 3 new colors that have never dropped before, okay? So let's just start walking through these. So the return is Anti-Hero. Okay, so Anti-Hero is one of my favorites. This is one that kind of goes under the radar because Mike doesn't do it a lot, but it's kind of a smoky green pumpkin color, right? So it's got this nice kind of smoky green pumpkin top. It's more of a transparent smoky bottom. It's got the flake in there. It's just a great all-around kind of darker color for early and late in the day, or again, if you're trying to do a panfish or a bluegill imitation, these darker colors work incredibly well. So Anti-Hero drops today. A color that was always one of our best-selling colors in the full-size Citizen, looks incredible in the micro. This is green. Okay, so this is one of his throwback colors. In fact, these next 3 are all throwback colors. But green is just a perfect color in the micro. It could be a little threadfin, it could be a little gizzard. Again, I wouldn't be afraid to throw this as a bluegill pattern either. It's got enough dark to it and enough color to it where it could have a lot of game. So green is color number 2. This is the first time it's launched and the only time probably this year that we're gonna see green. The next one is just silver. Okay, so last week we did light silver, which was a kind of a palish silver. This week we're doing just straight silver. So again, it's a 2-tone. It's just kind of 2 different silvers. It's a lighter silver on the bottom with a darker, smokier silver on the top. So it's this really nice 2-tone pattern. When the light goes through it, it's really nice and transparent and almost goes completely away. It almost diminishes completely the profile. So just a beautiful all natural shad pattern. And then, boom. Okay, now this is one of my favorite colors. This is the color that I basically based, crackhead and cokehead around. For me, this is more of a white than a bone, but we're gonna roll with bone. It's just a nice, natural, solid, straight, bone-ish white color. So simple, but I know how much white is important to everybody, including myself. So it's great to have another option. So there you go, the 4 colors: bone, silver, green, anti-hero. They are available right now, and then this is it. Okay, so if you want to make sure you have some for the rest of the summer, go ahead and scoop them up. Those are available now from Working Class Zero. Okay, while we are on the topic of Working Class Zero, I know it's been difficult to find any of these. The BKK Titan Diver, which is the hook that fits this guy the best. We just restocked everything we could in these for you guys as well. So the 1/0 and 2/0 are the sizes that fit. Gilbert likes the 1/0. I like the 2/0, so you might want to just play with them and see what you think. They come with different blades, so like the 2/0 has a silver blade and a gold blade option. It has 2 different weight options. Just play with them, okay? The blades come on and off, so you can leave the blade, take the blade off. You can add the little Ryugi football head, like I've shown you before, to get it to kind of have a faster sink. So if you want to add the hooks to your collection, this would be the time to get them. BKK is a Chinese company, so depending on what happens with the tariffs, we may or may not see some issues with production, flow, and pricing. So I would go ahead and scoop these up if that's something that speaks to you. Also, while we're on Titan Divers, restocking all the other sizes too. It's been a while since we've had the 3/0, the 4/0, the 5/0. So if this is a hook that you guys like, then you guys can go ahead and scoop those up in the other sizes as well from BKK. All right, if you are born on the West Coast, and specifically here in Arizona, then you are born throwing one specific popper. You're born throwing a Lobina Lures Rico. This is a popper that I grew up on. It kind of became popular when I was a little kid. It was kind of the first made in Japan, crazy expensive. I mean, even back in like the late 80s, early 90s, this thing was $20, right? So it is just, it's known as being the best popper in the game. Now, if you jump on it, I'm sure we'll have plenty of people that'll jump on this conversation saying that the Lobina Rico is nothing different than a Yellow Magic or whatever. I'll let you guys worry about that. But the Rico has been a staple for decades. Now, just out, Lobina decided to mix it up a little bit and to make a slightly different version of the Rico, and that's dropping today. This is the Loco Rico. Okay, so I don't know if this is something that you guys need or something that you're into, but essentially, I'm gonna hold this here and I'm gonna take out an original so you guys can see the difference. Okay, here's a Rio Rico, okay, which is their larger size with the easy to cast, basically the only one you need. And here is the new Loco Rico. So you can see it's virtually the same thing, but they've flip-flopped the eyes and the paint job from the side to the bottom.
That's crazy.
Okay, so the idea is just to try to imitate visually more of a dying bait fish. So there's also stuff on the top, so maybe they want birds to dive in and get it as well. I don't know, but there you go. Not really any sound difference, just a slight mold difference with the eye, and the colorations are flip-flopped. So I'll let you guys decide if that's something that's necessary or that you like, or if it does anything to your bites. So you got 6 colors. So first color up is Uno Mas, all right, which is that guy, just a nice natural shad pattern. You've got Albino, right? So I don't know why I held it sideways, but Albino, I don't know if you can even see it. So let me just take them out. So you got Albino, okay, which all you guys know, it's kind of the pearl belly silver sides, but now it's going to be kind of silver belly pearl sides, I guess. Yeah, it's just kind of a flip-flop on the colors. You've got Ghost Bluegill. You've got John Murray Bass, just a kind of a baby bass pattern. You've got Lightning Shad, and the Lightning Shad's slightly different on this, so I'm going to take it out. Foiled kind of color on it versus just a straight silver, so looks really good. And then you've got Perfect Perch. Okay, so 6 colors. The Loco Rico, I believe they're the same price. I think they're all in that $23 range, something like that. So I don't know, give it a try. I know most of you guys are probably Rico fans, so this might give you something just a little bit different than what they've been seeing. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference or not, but I'm curious to try it, but there you go. Now available from Lobina. All right, let's jump over to Lucky Craft. A big week from Lucky Craft. Bunch of new items, some restocks on some things that we haven't seen in a long time. So I'm going to kind of work fairly quickly through it and let you guys know what we got. So let's start right here. Pointer 100 SSR. This is the super shallow runner. Now we've had this before in the chrome and the sexy mama, and both colors are back. Okay, so you've been waiting on the chrome to come back. It's back. If you're not familiar with the SSR, it's basically a half-ounce Pointer 100, 100 millimeters, half ounce, designed to fish just subsurface. Okay, so it's a little bit wider body than a traditional Pointer 100, so that you can, of course, fish it like a jerkbait, of course. But you'll notice that it's got more of a triangular shape, so it's a little wider on the top than it is on the bottom. That can also allow the bait to just be cranked. So it's a good kind of hybrid crankbait, jerkbait, but it's designed for staying super shallow, above aquatic vegetation, above the bottom if you guys are fishing real skinny water, which a lot of us do this time of the year. A lot of you guys are fishing areas like we are, where the grass is starting to grow, and we're getting less and less and less water from the surface to the grass. And this is a great bait for just skimming the top of that area, okay? So what we see is we see, of course, a return, like I said, of the chrome and the white, but we see 4 new colors as well available in this. So you have Northern Yellow Perch, which I have in my hand, so perfect timing for you guys up north. We have Northern Pike. It's just a great, again, a lot of these are going to be geared towards you northern guys, but a lot of you guys in the south may find some reasons for these. Blue Chartreuse Tiger. And then AGO Northern Perch, which is kind of their Aurora Gold Northern Perch. Okay, so 4 new colors plus a restock and the 100 SSR. Now, while we are on the SSR and the SR, first time in a Pointer 128. Okay, now they're only releasing 1 color in typical Lucky Craft fashion. We're going to squeeze this out through some different color drops. There's an SR and an SSR. Okay, so the SR is basically 1 to 2 feet. The SSR is going to be just subsurface. Okay, and same idea. You can jerk it, you can wind it straight, but some great options from Lucky Craft in that. While we're on Pointer 128, 4 new colors in that as well. So a lot of guys like the 128. A lot of guys dislike the 128. Griff and I argue about this all the time. He's a hater. I'm a lover. But it just, you know, if you know how to cast, this is a great bait.
You get the wrong guy. I like that bait. It's Ethan that cried about it.
Oh, well, Ethan sucks. Yeah. Oh, I try to talk shit about you and it doesn't even work. Well, you're short. So here you go. 4 new colors. Northern Yellow Perch. Laser Rainbow Trout. MS Impulse Shad. We're going to try to see if I can do it. MS Gunmetal Shad. Boom.
Let's go.
Solid. That Orion just calms me down. Okay. There you go. 4 new colors from Lucky Craft in the Pointer 128. 128 is a great post-spawn summer option. You know, a lot of you guys go to a larger soft plastic in the summer, a big worm, a big jig, something like that. It's the same with hard bait. So sometimes you get a downsize, especially when they get on fry, but a lot of times you can upsize if they're feeding on perch, bluegill, gizzard shad, baby bass, all those kind of things. So I think you guys will dig that. New colors from Lucky Craft in the 128. Since I was trying to talk some shit, let's give the guy a moment in the, okay, let's get out of the way.
Quick little note on the Pointer 100 SSR. All right, so this bait, as you crank it in, it's just gonna go subsurface, but if you slow down your retrieve, it's gonna stay on the top of the surface, and the back of that tail's kind of just gonna kick and move a ton of water. I've been catching a lot of fish on this. It's a super sick bait, so give this one a try.
Thank you, Griff. Excellent job. You're my favorite guy. Everything you say is right.
Finally. He finally gets it.
All right, so you guys know, Lucky Craft's one of my favorite brands, and my original love for Japanese brands, well, actually, I guess Lobina would be my original love now that we've been talking about that, because I started using it when I was like 6 years old. Anywho, the way they love to drop colors is just onesie, twosie on some things, and then 9 gazillion on other things. So here's a 9 gazillion thing, okay? One of my favorite jerkbaits in the world is the Slender Pointer 112. This is an amazing jerkbait, again, for fishing aquatic vegetation. So if you guys are fishing grass, this is a must-have. The 97, the 112, the 127 in some places, if you guys are in Clear Lake or something like that, that's a good option as well. But the 112 you can take everywhere, all over the world, and throw it. It has a very similar action to like an Edo Vision 110. So it's gonna have a similar dive depth, but just a little bit different movement, great around grass. 10 new colors, okay? So we get restocks in colors like Ghost Minnow that you guys are familiar with, but 10 new colors, okay? So I'm gonna walk through these. Silver Cheek, Chartreuse Shad. These are all colors that you guys have seen before in other baits, but now they're finally available in the Slender. Zebra, MS Ghost Minnow. Can you see it okay in the package? It's not too glaring.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay,
that's good. That's good.
Good. Silver Side Ghost Minnow. Ooh. Okay, nice and subtle. We have NC French Pearl Sakura.
Oh, that looks nice.
Ghost Minnow Sakura. So Sakura is just that little bit of pink hue on the belly that obviously makes a difference if Jeff is watching. We have MH Ghost Minnow. We have MS Ghost Minnow, not to be confused with the Zebra MS Ghost Minnow. The Zebra has the bars on the sides, right? Regular doesn't. We've got French Pearl OB. You have Silver Cheek Ghost Minnow and MH Chartreuse Shad. So 10 new colors in the Slender Pointer 112. Definitely a staple, should be a staple in all your boxes, especially if you guys are fishing shallow aquatic vegetation. It could be up against a bank or offshore, just a great one all around. You can fish this thing on almost any line too. So it's kind of like the Varuna from OSP. If you guys upsize your line to 14 or 16 pound, still works. So there you go, 10 new colors from Lucky Craft.
Thank you, Lucky.
All right, a new jerkbait addition to the lineup. A lot of you guys are fans of the really deep diving Lucky Craft, like 78 XD, 100 XD, and you've been asking for the 65 XD, which has been a kind of a Europe exclusive for a long time. We have them available now. So I think in total, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 colors in total, okay? So I'll walk through some of these with you because some of these are going to be, again, kind of European designed colors, right? So you may not be familiar with them, but the Pointer 65 XD, just to spec it out for you, obviously it's 65 millimeters, it's 5.6 grams, so 3/16 of an ounce, has a dive depth of 8 to 10 foot, depending on what you're throwing it on. So if you guys need a small body bait, I know a lot of you guys are throwing Karashis, little bait finesse, dog X's and stuff this time of the year. When they pull down off the surface and you need something to get a little bit deeper, this might be a great option for you guys to try, okay? So let me walk through some of these colors with you. Pearl Veyron is one. Matte Tiger.
Ooh.
Okay, not to be confused with JP Matte Tiger, okay, which is the JDM Matte Tiger, but they're both available here in this. There's also Largemouth Bass, which is sexy, little baby bass pattern.
Oh yeah.
Aurora Gold is in there. Northern Pike, which is pretty cool, little baby Northern Pike. There's Ghost Veyron. There's a couple other colors here too that I didn't bring in, and then Chrome, okay, which is a no-brainer for a lot of you guys. So there you go, Pointer 65 XD from Lucky Craft. Those are also available now. All right, let's jump over to some new colors and new sizes in one of the, I'm going to still call this top secret baits, even though it's less and less of a secret as the years go on. But this is a bait that for a lot of you herring guys or open water shad guys that are chasing schools in open water, this is kind of a no-brainer, like always tied on. This is the Lucky Craft Wander. Now this comes in a handful of sizes. This is the slim 110 that I have in my hands. There's also a 95. There's also an 80. Okay, so you can match the sizing up to what you need. And we're also dropping a new 45 size. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have been asking for more bait finesse, more trout, more just finesse-y type things. So the 45 might be perfect for you. It's in a bunch of really cool colors. Like this is a little, baby perch. There's rainbow trouts. So this will give you a great option. It's 45 millimeters, 2.6 grams. Okay, so definitely on that finesse, bait finesse size. But on the larger sizes, we've been kind of limited to saltwater colors that work in freshwater. Now they're bringing freshwater specific colors in, okay? So in all three of these sizes, we're gonna see MSMJ herring. We're gonna see chrome, which has been in there before, but it's been a while since that's been out. We've got Sexy Mama. And we have Silver Cheek Ghost Minnow, okay? So in some of these, we're also going to have MH Shark Shad as well as Zebra Aurora Black. Okay, so some great new colors, some great new options. They come with everything that you need. So if you're not familiar with the Wander is basically, if you think of it, as a heavy, hard Senko is probably the easiest way to think of it. So it's easy to cast. Okay, so you can throw it a long ways because there's no lips, there's no anything on it. When it lands, it's going to have basically a shimmy fall to it that sinks down. Okay, and then on a straight retrieve, it's going to have like a very erratic kind of movement. You can twitch it and it will also kind of pop and dive. But really the play for this is to find a school, fire it in the school, and just let it kind of start shimmying down and they smoke it. Okay, so there you go. Pick the size that works for you and the color works for you and have fun. There you go, new from Lucky Craft. All right, restock really quick on some baits that is very timely. Okay, Gunfish 95. So this is one of our best-selling topwater baits, one of my favorites. The Gunfish 95 3 hook is back in all the key colors, your chrome, your ghost minnow, Aurora Black, so on and so forth, okay? So if you guys have been waiting on these, now is the time to grab them. We also see for the first time in almost a year, a restock in just the standard Gunfish 95. This is the 2 hook with the feather on the back.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so this is the original Gunfish 95. For whatever reason, they stopped making these and started making the 3 hook versions, which I like the 3 hook version, but I also really like the 2 hook version. So if you're wondering why do you throw the 3 hook over the 2, basically the 3 hook is going to have 3 smaller trebles, better for when fish are not really committing. Okay, they're kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, they're just being pussies about it, right? They're just kind of slapping at it or lightly sucking or whatever. You've got 9 barbs to try to stick one in the face. So your hookup ratio will be better on something like this. The 2 hook version is the one that you want to throw when they're actually eating it really good, okay? Because now you don't have that middle hook to get in the way. So when they get it, the hooks are actually going to penetrate better, okay? So I always prefer the 2 hook version, but go to the 3 hook version when I'm just not hooking them up well, okay? So let me walk through some of these colors just so you know what we have, because again, I haven't seen these in a long time. So I know a lot of you guys haven't seen them in a long time either. So Bone Shad, Chartreuse Shad, Aurora Black. These are all the key normal colors. BP Golden Shiner, right? Sexy Mama. We've even got, Chrome, MSMJ Herring, okay? So all those are back in the Gunfish 95. Now there's also a ton of Sammy restock, so 100s, 105s, 115s, and there's a new color in the 100 that I know a lot of you herring guys are gonna love, and this is Aurora Skeleton Sardine. Okay, so this comes from the saltwater side, but I brought it over just because it's super applicable to, well, to everybody. I mean, everybody kind of needs some kind of chromy type bait, but it's a half transparent. If you hold this up to the light goes right through it. But it's that half transparent kind of chromy side. You get a little bit of a bluish black tint to the back, right? So you get a little bit of that sardine type color. But again, for you herring or open water shad guys, this is going to be a great one. Comes with a little bit beefier hooks just because it is coming from the saltwater line. But other than that, it's just Sammy 100. Okay, so if that speaks to you, those are available now from Lucky Craft. One more new item from Lucky Craft, and then we will move on. So we released the ILV Spin a couple of months ago. We had them in some heavier size. I want to say 3/4 ounce, just in a couple of colors. We got Lucky Craft to do a special run of some 7 gram and some 10 gram. Okay, so it's going to be a 1/4 ounce and 3/8 ounce. I know a lot of you guys, especially up north, smallmouth guys, you northern largemouth guys, 3/4 ounce is great when they're offshore, but when they move up shallow or they get around the grass, too much. A lot of you guys are shore fishing too. Hard to utilize sometimes a 3/4 ounce thing on the bottom. So we had them do a special run of 7 gram and 10 gram in 3 colors. Okay, so there is a Aurora Gold Northern Perch color, a Tiger Perch, and a Pearl Flake White. Okay, so 3 colors. I don't know if you guys can see here. Let me just take one out each. Now, we had them do this in 2 different versions. Okay, so this is the ILV Spin. Okay, so it's going to be a blade bait, so you could fish this like a traditional blade bait where you're hopping it, or you could just cast it and wind it. So the ILV Spin is designed more to be like a spinner bait, like a small little body spinner bait. So, I mean, are you kidding me? You throw that around a smallmouth or a walleye or whatever you guys fish for up north, it's just deadly, right? Little baby perch. So you've got the 3 colors in that: Tiger Perch, Aurora Gold, and the white. The other version is just the straight ILV. Okay, so this is the non-spin version. So if you want to throw this in the little grass pockets and rip it out, you want to throw it, around rock and rip it around, you can. It comes with the double hooks versus the treble hooks. So your snag ratio is going to be less on that when you're ripping it in and around cover. But again, just a small little finessey profile blade bait. Of course, it comes with additional holes as well. So if you wanted to take these doubles off, throw split rings and trebles on there, you certainly can, right? So I expect this to be just a one-time run from Lucky Craft. We've been working on this for a while, so I don't know when we'll have more of a restock. Of course, if they sell out like crazy, of course, Lucky Craft will probably make more, right? But there you go. 2 options: the ILV, ILV Spin, 7 gram, 10 gram, 3 colors. Enjoy. Okay, a couple of just quick restocks. LV 500s are back in pretty much every color. There's been some bluegill colors we've been out of: the Flake Flake Kabuki Gill, Flake Flake Stripe Gill, Gold Pumpkin Seed. Those all return. There was a color we dropped a couple months back, a new color from Lucky Craft called Golden Ghost Minnow. Sold out in a lot of baits. That returns in a lot of stuff, including the Pointer 100 this week. And then Pointer 78s in a lot of key colors are back. Ghost Baby Bluegill is back, Aurora Pro Blue, etc. Back from Lucky Craft this week. All right, a couple other restocks just to let you guys know about. Big restock week this week from Teckel across the board. Topwaters, frogs, everything is back. Plus, we found a little surprise restock of the Honker in Blackbird. Okay,
man.
Now, I don't know why these are packaged with Morocco stickers on them, so you'll have to forgive the Morocco sticker. But inside is definitely a Teckel Honker in Blackbird. So this is a favorite color for a lot of you guys, especially like on the California Delta. Anywhere where you guys live, where they're sucking down little birds. It's a color that we haven't had in stock for quite some time. Just it's a bird imitation, right? With the chartreuse feet. It's a dirty, dirty color. Even if you're fishing a place where they're not really eating little baby birds, they pretty much eat baby birds everywhere. This is a great one for that like last hour of the day. CJ throws this all the time behind me and just smokes me on it. So this is a great one to have. So again, we haven't had it in a while and we weren't really expecting it, but here it is. So if you guys have been waiting on honkers, sprinkers, Moroccas, sharkers, any of that stuff, everything Teckel is back in stock. All right, also a big restock week from Evergreen. Now, this is an important note, and David and I, let's shoot a video after this talking about some of the Evergreen pricing, Daiwa pricing that's going to be changing here soon. Daiwa announced a big price increase. It was scheduled for June 1st. Good news is they've pushed it back to July 1st. Okay, so they bought us another month, or bought you guys another month, right? But all this stuff is scheduled to go up. So if any of this Evergreen stuff speaks to you, I would go ahead and grab it. We'll shoot a video and drop it in the next week or two, breaking down the whole, increase nonsense that is coming. But just to run through some of these, I don't know why you guys like this bait, but we sell gazillions. So if you want a gizmo, they're back in pretty much all colors. It's basically just a bug. So there you go. Gizmos are back. Last aces are back in all the key sizes. So this has been a very popular kind of strolling bait. You can also fish it like a weightless fluke. There's a bunch of different rigging ways, but most of you guys are strolling it. Combat rats are back as well. So we haven't had these in a while in some colors. So everything is back in the combat rat. And then rods as well. Let me go grab those. All right, and then combat sticks are also back in. Now, surprisingly, and again, we'll cover all this, we'll shoot a video that really breaks this all down. Combat sticks staying the same for now on pricing, which is shocking, but also great news. These are in that, 220-ish range, but all the key models of these are back. The jackhammer rods, swim bait rods, gizmo rods for spinning. Everything returns from Evergreen rod-wise this week. All right, and while we are on rods, let's wrap it here. I know a lot of you guys took advantage of our 20% gift card cash back on purchases that we ran this week for our anniversary sale. You've got gift cards just burning a hole in your pocket. We wanted to try to throw some deals to you to let you take advantage of that. So we have literally filled up our used rod selection, okay? So these are going to be 9 out of 10s across the board. So anything from P5s to Stees. We just put a ton of NRXs up there. There's some GLXs up there. Poison Ultimas. On the Daiwa side, Kages are in there now. Zillions are in there. So again, these are rods that are virtually brand new that you guys can take advantage of getting a good deal on. So if you've been waiting for that, now is the time to grab those. And just like that, done. Done. That's everything. David, favorite item?
Dude, Lucky Craft's sexy mama color is amazing. I love it.
Just plain and white and boring.
Oh, yeah.
Says a lot about you. Yeah. I'm a sucker for white too. That's why I like that Bone Citizen Micro.
Yeah.
It's just plain and bone, but exactly what we need. I think you guys will really like everything we had today is a little bit, especially all that Lucky Craft, anywhere from a pointer 65, that little tiny Wander to, the 128 SSR. I think you guys will really enjoy the niches that some of those baits fill. If you're looking just to have fun and try something new and try something different. So as always, if you guys have questions on anything that we covered, anything that we showed, drop it down below. I will get answers for you. Of course, again, we leave my Instagram DM or handle in the beginning of every episode. So if you guys want to deep dive down any conversation that involves tackle, don't ask me questions about shipping or order status or any of that. There's emails and phone numbers and stuff that you guys can reach out and get people to actually know what they're doing around here. I'm just a tackle nerd, okay? So you want to geek out on rod questions or setups or that kind of stuff, I'm available 24/7 to you guys, and I want to make sure you guys are having a great time and getting the right stuff. So next week, just a little tease. If you guys have been waiting on custom bento box subscription openings, next Sunday, we're going to open it up to the general public for anything that didn't renew this go around. This will probably be our last opening for the year. We knew we'd have a little bit of fallout after the first one, mostly non-fishermen, so I'm good with that. This next box is a banger, especially if you're a fisherman. And there's some exciting things this year that are coming. So if you've been wanting to jump on the custom bento subscription, next Sunday, Whatever openings we have available, we will open, and then this box will ship at the end of June to all you guys as well. We also have some really cool drops that I'll start teasing midweek for you guys over the next couple weeks, things that you'll be very excited about. I know I get a lot of questions each week about Megabass Destroyer Evolution rods. Finally, maybe some good news on those. We should see those hopefully by early fall. So they weren't going to happen, they were going to happen, they weren't going to happen. Megabass just said, you know what, screw it. Let's just get them done. So just so you guys know, I always get a question every week when those are coming. End of summer, early fall is the scheduled ETA on those. I'll keep you guys posted and updated as I have more info on that. All right, I think I covered everything. So on behalf of myself and David and Griff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle guys, thank you for your business. Thank you for your support. It's just an amazing community that I just am inspired every day to wake up and geek out on tackle. So thank you guys for being here and joining me. Cheers to you. Have an amazing, safe rest of your weekend. Go catch a big fish, hug your family, drink a delicious Orion. Delicious, right, David?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think Jeff's drinking right now, Griff?
Water.
Yeah, such a loser. All right. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. See you next week. Peace.